We are 3 weeks out from my first Ironman, and I have been unwell for the past 5 months. Nice.
What's up, everyone? It is Dee. Welcome back to my Ironman training series. It has been a long while since I last posted my Ironman video, so there's a lot to update you on. Let's jump right into it. Let's start 6 months ago, way back in December.
I was hyper motivated to go into the new year with a bang.
Got my bike home for the holidays, which was a huge hassle, but that just means I'm extra motivated now to get my bike workouts in.
And that I was following my workout plan that I created in my last video so well, especially on the biking side. I was still making sure that I made time for recovery and took care of my body. And I even redid my benchmark FTP test from 2 months ago.
Not bad. Old FTP was 152 or 153, something like that. And my new FTP is 183 watts.
Then January hits.
The new year definitely started out with a bang, but not the good kind. I won't get into the details, but I was just going through some personal stuff, feeling super down. I was also working 14 to 16 hour days, plus had an extra project on top of that. And all this made my body decide to quit on me, and I woke up one day and I was like partially blind. So training was not a priority.
This goes on till about mid-February when I decided I really needed a pick-me-up, so booked 2 friendship trips, one to the Bahamas with 5 of my pals from university, and one to Morocco with 5 friends I met on exchange. March, we're still struggling a little bit. I'm getting sick left, right, and center. Just generally a little bit unwell, a little bit too often. So I do a workout here or there, but nothing too substantial. April is a bit better. I'm working out again, just not super consistently, but the best since my December block. Post 11 p.m. bike session. I had a few little milestones, like learning how to actually clip on and clip off of a bike, which is somehow a lot scarier than I imagined. I fell like 3 times on the first day. And doing my first brick workout, which is a bike ride followed immediately by a run. But I'm still feeling pretty far from ready and definitely getting more nervous by the week. End of April and through the first 2/3 of May, I had already planned to go back to China so that I could visit my family. And then 10 to 15 of my coworkers had decided that we were going to meet up in Indonesia for some vacation, and I get crazy FOMO. I wasn't going to say no.
I'm so glad I went. It was so fun. And I made so many memories, but just not so much training was done. Only like a few runs here and there.
Which brings us to end of May and basically present day, which, oh my God, time flies so quickly when you don't want it to be flying. And I've genuinely put in so much work into my training the past few weeks, but I've also gotten sick twice in the past few weeks.
I'm sick. Again. I also snuck in a tiny little trip to New York City to go see Jeremy Jordan and Ben Platt, but I still got my workouts in, so I am calling that a success. Honestly, a lot of my workouts this month were feeling the worst that they've felt in a while, or pretty good, but it was so inconsistent. Walking home post-swim, my first swim in a while, I don't know, in like 3 months, maybe 4, and a swim has truly never felt so bad before. I was struggling to even do 100 meters, which I've like not felt in such a long time. So, should be interesting. We are 5 weeks out from the Ironman. Just finished my like 3rd ever brick session.
Did a 40K bike, just under, followed by a 4K, just under run. I felt fine. It was slow, which is fine, but hurts my ego a little bit. But that is fine. We're 3 weeks out from the race. Just finished my short little swim, and now we're gonna try biking. This is gonna be my very first brick swim to bike session. We're 3 weeks out. Postscripting Udi here. Little did I know that I was gonna get booked to go to Tennessee, then Chicago, then Tennessee again for 3 back-to-back work trips, the 2 weeks leading up to my Ironman, and the week right after. So basically, I am a little for my race. Overall, phase 4, the past 6 months of the training block, cost me about $75, mostly because of the monthly recurring Zwift membership that I canceled about halfway through. And I would rate the difficulty a solid 4 out of 5. But to be honest, the 4 out of 5 isn't necessarily because of the training itself, more just because of all the stuff that life threw at me. But I've always been a more glass half full kind of gal than a glass half empty. So you know what, if I'm gonna be horrendously underprepared for the swim, the bike, and the run, I might as well be super prepared for the nutrition part of my race, which a lot of people say is like the 4th discipline of a triathlon and an Ironman anyway. So we'll be 1 for 4, which is so much better than 0 for 4. And a 1 out of 4 is basically 25%, which basically, if you round up, is 50%, which essentially is passing. So we're good. We're so good. Bottom line is nutrition is expensive, man. I bought some gels because I was bonking on my longer rides or runs, and I bought some electrolyte tablets. And tell me why that cost me $100. Basically $50 each for like 24 gels and 40 tablets. However, it is an important investment, and it's so important to practice your nutrition before you get to race day so your stomach doesn't get upset during the race and your body is used to consuming the items. Here is a guide of how much to consume that I plan on following. I watched like 5+ pro athlete YouTuber nutrition videos to consolidate some of the information and took an average of their recommendations. But I'll be probably subbing some gels for bananas because I don't love the taste of gels, and also they don't make me feel full, and I often get so hungry on my longer bike rides. So hopefully bananas work too. Overall, phase 5 took me about 1 week to do the research and consolidation of information about nutrition. It cost me like $100 to buy 1 month's worth of gels and electrolyte stuff. And I would rate the difficulty about a 1 out of 5. Hopefully, once you have your nutrition plan and you can reference mine, it'll be helpful to know what you should be eating and what you should be consuming. And I love to eat, so how hard can it be? Like I mentioned earlier, we are 3 weeks out from race day, less than that. And I realized that I'm still missing some equipment. For example, a wetsuit and enough water bottles, i.e. 2, for my bike. So I had to go out and buy those things. The wetsuit ended up being too small, but I don't have enough time to buy another one. So we're just gonna make it work. We'll squeeze into it, it's fine. I also got new socks because I kept getting blisters when I ran, and apparently it's because I put my socks in the dryer. So the new socks actually work better. I don't get blisters anymore, so that's good. I also have to get my bike tuned up and degreased and greased again. But I'm not sure actually now when I'll have time to do that. So hopefully I will find time. Otherwise, we'll make do. Is there anything else that I'm missing or that I have to do? Please comment below so I don't forget. Thank you. Overall, phase 6 took me like a week to source all my missing stuff, and then for some of it, a bit longer for it to actually ship in, so 2 to 3 weeks there. Cost me like $250, $260 for the miscellaneous items that I missed, and I'd rate the difficulty a 2 out of 5. All right, wish me luck, and I will see you in the next video on race day.